What's up, YouTube? I've seen a few videos, people putting some oil into their C8 Corvettes transmissions. You gotta add a couple quarts, and I thought I would show you how I do it, just to see if it makes it any easier for any of you. I seen a guy tip the car sideways and dump a quart and a half in the inspection port. I seen another guy take the inspection port plug out, drill it, and put a hose bib on there similar to what you would see for draining a car radiator, and then pressurizing it and putting in 2 quarts through that with a brake bleeder. And it seems still easier, faster, just to pull the trunk apart, pull the latches, pull the cover off the air cleaner, disconnect the air cleaner, back it away from the transmission about 4 inches, and then use a vinyl tube of some kind and get down into the plug that way. So here it goes. I'll pause it so it won't be too boring. But this is a not clean engine bay. And I've got to take off these, pull out these little plugs, and take this cover off. And then there's about 20 or 30 screws in that plug. Then you see the air box. You got to disconnect the front of the air cleaner, pull out the sides of the air cleaner, pull it back a little bit, go down through here with two extensions and a wobbly to get to that plug, the gold colored plug, and then use a plastic tube to fill it in the 2 quarts of oil. Okay, I'll get this pulled off here and we'll see how that goes. So this is the fluid, 194-180-16. It's the DCTF FFL-4. Okay, so I got my trusty Torx head bit here, I think 15. Pull all 4 of them out and we'll see what we get. I guess I left this recording when I set it down. Anyway, so what you want to do is loosen up the air box. I ended up taking off all 4 screws on both sides, so I had more wiggle room. Then I was able to wiggle it out of the way enough to get a connection and be able to get my 6mm hex head down on top of the screw, the filler screw. It was hard to get out. I ended up having to tap it a couple times with the hammer, and the hex head went in a little bit deeper, maybe another 1/8 inch when I tapped it, which I think helped me get a better bite. The screw head looks a little chewed up. If you stop the video and look at the picture, it's a little bit chewed up, and I'm glad I did tap it because I probably would have stripped it. It just wasn't feeling very good as I was putting pressure on it to get it off. Anyhow, got it out. I put a little oil on the oil ring, on the O-ring, so that when I tightened it, it would have a good seal. And then I put the 2 quarts of transmission fluid in. I see in the video that the transmission fluid bottles are backwards, reversed, but I did call out the numbers on it. And I think there's been a lot of videos on what kind of oil you need. I think it was like $75 a quart from Chevrolet. Not exactly cheap. Yeah, set you back a little bit. I think I used to buy used transmissions from a wrecking yard at $75 when I was a kid and put them in for my neighbors. And here I am putting $75 a quart for 2 quarts of oil that Chevy forgot to put in. Well, I hope that helps a little bit. Okay, so now I got this little tool. I'm going to pry these up. Got those 2 out. So after you take those out of both sides, start prying this out. Okay, now I just got to pull out another 1,000 screws. Get these out. Looks like a 15. Okay, I got all the screws out. Let's see how this goes. Made a little discovery on the back of this. It says made 12/23/20, like 2 days before Christmas. And then the last date shows, looks like 12/2. But it also has a 2/15, so that might be 2/15/21. But 12/23/20 makes me worried, kind of like that Friday car everybody's trying to get out of the line. And Friday cars aren't nearly as good as Wednesday cars. On occasion, they'll speed up and mess something up. So there's a bolt here, and another one over here. So on this removal of the air cleaner to get to the part where we can put transmission fluid in, we're going to take off these 2 bolts and then 2 over here, and that should allow the air cleaner to move around enough to get it. The plug is actually under there. It's a gold plug. I have to get a flashlight so we can see that. Okay, so I got those screws out. And here. Now I'm going to try to get some from the other side here. There's one right there. And similar on the other side. And I put a pad here so I don't scratch the car while I'm leaning on it, because you really have to lean over this car to get to it. Let's see how it goes. This is what it looks like. That's where it came from. And that's the tool I use to get it out. I got this funnel. Now I'll fill it up with a couple quarts of oil and put it all back together. And this is the funnel I use. It comes with plastic corrugated tube connected to it. Worked pretty good. Got the oil in, I gotta put it all back together. And there you have it. That's what it looks like when you're done
Thanks for
putting
watching
the
Jumbo's
extra
Fun
fluid
After
in.
50. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.